Well, my name is Helen Yalbir, and I am originally from Saskatchewan, Canada, and I have been consecrated for 17 years, and I'm currently serving now in Dallas, Texas with young adults and loving it, loving every minute of it. When God first called me to my vocation, I think for me, what made it so real was this invitation of come and follow me, and come and I will take care of your heart. I know your heart. I know what your heart needs. And that for me has just been the story of my consecrated life, in that Jesus takes care of the details. And I think a way that I like to describe it is thinking only a divine spouse could do that. Like, there's so many moments in my life where I'm like, only a divine spouse could do that. And one of the moments that I think of and that comes to my mind is a moment where I was driving back on my own from Atlanta, and it was a long trip, and I was driving back and I all of a sudden got a nail in my tire, and I had to pull over, and I was a little bit worried because I was by myself, the sun was going down, and I just immediately pulled out my phone to start, dialing AAA. And within seconds, there's this white truck that comes out, and this guy pops out, and he's like, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I help you?" And he seemed a very friendly, kind man, and he starts taking care of my tire, and he had all the material to actually be able to fix my tire in a way that a mechanic would, which, I mean, who has that? So he fixed it all up, and within 10 minutes, I was already back on the road again. And for me, it's just an experience of, like, only a divine spouse could do that. I'm like, even if I had a human spouse who, by the time I called him, by the time he figured out where I was, by the time he could come, did he even know what to do with a flat tire? And I just thought, wow, Jesus, thank you so much for taking care of me in this moment when I needed you so much. And thank you for being so real for me. So that is my story of Jesus taking care of me and providing. And I just look forward to my adventures together with Jesus, of our adventures together, and how he'll continue to provide for me in those details. I think before I was consecrated, it was very much like Jesus is my friend, Jesus is somebody who you sacrifice for, or Jesus is, before I was consecrated, it was very much like Jesus is my friend. And throughout these years of consecrated life and up to now, it's very much Jesus is my bridegroom. Jesus is my spouse. Jesus is the one who knows my heart. Jesus is the one who is just so tender with me, so kind, so like the good shepherd, who he knows me by name. He leads me to restful waters. He refreshes my soul. That's him. He's my bridegroom. You know what? I would probably give her the same advice that I received and that helped me so much, which was just get to know Jesus. Just get to know him. Like, you can't trust someone that you don't know. You can't follow someone that you don't know. And that for me just made my heart calm right down. Anytime I started to get overwhelmed thinking of all these big questions I had to answer, it just helped me just get to know him. And when you get to know him, that's when you start to fall in love with him. And that's when your heart actually starts to expand and actually have the capacity to say yes to whatever he's asking.